Missions Pulse. Know God's heart, join His mission.
Tell me a little bit about missionary attrition. I mean, this problem of they're going. We have people responding, but the staying power is not perhaps what it used to be when people were packing their bags in coffins and dying on the field. It's a new day,
Right.
a new age, right? Tell me a little bit about missionary attrition and your heart for that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so obviously serving in the local church, I began to just really develop a heart for missionary care, be it seeing some of our own partners struggle to acclimate on the field, or more particularly seeing their kids struggle to acclimate on the field. But then also seeing seasoned missionaries that had been on the field and maybe had transitioned from maybe more of a tribal setting or rural setting amongst unreached peoples into a more of an urban setting, and something to really shift gears as far as what their strategic focus was, and really being almost on an island, so to speak, in terms of not having other teammates around them or strong support. And so they wind up really going 90-0 and almost coming home with a sense of burnout and having to come back and refuel such that they can gain strength emotionally, physically, spiritually, to be able to go back for longer terms of service. And so that really began to birth a passion in my heart for missionary care. But two, just doing some research, there's been some strategic studies that are out there. One was done in 2000 with a group called REMAP, and then it was done again in 2010. And those studies really kind of unpack the case of missionary attrition and retention, seeing that about the average stay for a missionary on the field is anywhere from about 2 to 5 years. Most missionaries will stay about 2 to 3 years, at best maybe 5 years on average, if they don't have a strong support system behind them. And 80% of those who do leave the field within that time frame leave for preventable reasons. And so really trying to then see, okay, what are those things that particularly the local church can do to help prevent that attrition from happening, and to see more and more missionaries stay on the field. So have begun to do a lot of research, particularly around my Doctor of Ministry degree, but also to writing some smaller pieces on that to want to help the local church be able to have a strategic focus on missionary care, and not just to pine that off to the agency, because I think a lot of churches have a tendency to do that, whether because that's just been the way that most churches have done it historically in the past, or maybe it's just that they are uneducated or just not knowledgeable as to where to start or what things they can be doing in order to care well for their sent ones.
Yeah, I love how you bring the local church in here. This is a major aspect. This is a key component where it doesn't just fall on a parachurch movement or a nonprofit organization or just a 501c3, right? We're talking about the local church as senders, as rope bearers, as goers. It's that body. That's the end goal. That's the end goal here.
Right.
Missions Pulse. Know God's heart, join His mission. This podcast is powered by Within Reach Global. Subscribe, watch, and listen on YouTube today. Visit missionspulse.com.